Tonight, before you go to sleep, step outside, look up, really look. Not at your phone, not at a screen, at the sky. Those tiny lights above you have been shining for billions of years, long before the United States existed, long before the pyramids, long before humans. But imagine something strange. Imagine you've never heard the word star. You don't know what a galaxy is. You've never seen a telescope. You have absolutely no idea what's above you. Now suddenly, the night sky becomes terrifying. Because if nobody told you what stars were, what would you think they were? Ancient humans had to answer that question. And their answers reveal something fascinating about the human mind. Imagine being born 30,000 years ago. No cities, no roads, no electricity, no light pollution. At night, darkness covered the earth. The stars weren't faint. They were overwhelming. The Milky Way stretched across the sky like a glowing river, thousands upon thousands of stars, visible all at once, more than most people today will ever see. For ancient humans, the sky wasn't background scenery. It was the largest thing they could see, the most mysterious thing they could imagine. Every night it returned, every night it moved, and every night it demanded an explanation. Because humans hate mysteries. When we don't understand something, our brains automatically create stories. And that's exactly what happened. One of the oldest ideas humans ever created was this: the stars were watching. Imagine sitting beside a campfire. The darkness surrounds you. Predators are nearby. You hear strange noises. Then you look up. Thousands of tiny lights stare back. It's easy to see why people believed someone was up there. Many tribes believed stars were ancestors, family members who had died, people who had left Earth, but continued watching over the living. In some cultures, every star represented a soul. Every death added another light to the sky. Think about how comforting that idea must have been. The people you loved never truly disappeared. They simply moved higher, far above the clouds, watching, waiting, protecting. Even today, people still say things like, "Grandpa is watching over us." That idea may be tens of thousands of years old. Other cultures developed a different explanation. The stars weren't ancestors, they were gods. And honestly, if you knew nothing about astronomy, wouldn't you think the same? The stars never seemed to age, never seemed to die, never seemed to fall. They appeared perfect, eternal, untouchable. Ancient Egyptians linked stars to divine beings. Ancient Greeks filled the sky with gods and heroes. Many Native American tribes believed celestial objects carried spiritual power. Every civilization looked upward and saw something greater than themselves. The stars became proof that another world existed beyond Earth, a place humans couldn't reach. At least, not yet. Then something incredible happened. Humans started connecting the dots, literally. The stars don't naturally form pictures. Your brain creates them. But ancient humans noticed patterns. A few bright stars looked like a hunter. Others looked like a bear, a scorpion, a giant bird, a dragon. Entire stories appeared in the sky, generation after generation. Passed those stories down. Before books existed, the stars became humanity's library. Imagine teaching history without writing. Imagine teaching children lessons without schools. You simply pointed upward and told stories. The sky itself became a giant classroom. The stars became memory devices, helping humans preserve knowledge long before civilization existed. But not everything in the sky was beautiful. Some things were terrifying. Imagine seeing a shooting star for the very first time. 1 second, the sky's normal. The next second, something explodes across it. No warning, no explanation, just a bright streak, racing through the darkness. Ancient humans had no idea what they were seeing. Many believed meteors were messages, warnings, signs from gods. And then there were comets, huge glowing objects, appearing unexpectedly, sometimes remaining visible. For weeks, throughout history, comets were blamed for wars, plagues, famines, natural disasters, even the deaths of kings. Whenever something bad happened, people looked up and blamed the sky. Here's the fascinating thing. Ancient humans were wrong about many details, but they were right about something important. The stars really do matter. Without them, civilization might never have existed. Ancient sailors used stars to navigate oceans. Farmers used stars to predict seasons. Entire civilizations organized calendars around celestial movements. The stars helped humans survive. And eventually, the curiosity they inspired created science itself. People kept asking questions. What are stars? Why do they move? How far away are they? Those questions eventually led to telescopes, astronomy, rocket launches, moon landings, and space exploration. Everything started with humans looking up. And maybe that's the most incredible part of all. Tonight, you're looking at the exact same sky your ancestors saw, the same moon, the same constellations, many of the same stars. A hunter sitting beside a fire, 30,000 years ago, looked upward and wondered what was out there. Today, you do exactly the same thing. The technology changed, the buildings changed, the world changed, but curiosity didn't. The desire to understand the unknown survived, generation after generation, for tens of thousands of years. And despite all our discoveries, despite telescopes, despite satellites, despite everything we've learned, the universe is still mostly a mystery. Scientists estimate that we understand only a tiny fraction of what's actually out there, which means, in some ways, we're not that different from ancient humans. We're still standing beneath the stars, still asking questions, still searching for answers. The only difference is that our campfire got bigger. And maybe that's what makes humans special. Not our intelligence, not our technology, but our refusal to stop wondering. So the next time you look up at the night sky, remember this. You're seeing the same stars. That inspired the first stories, the first religions, the first scientists, and the first dreamers. And maybe the next big discovery begins with someone looking up, just like they did.